Welcome. I am Lucinda Curran, your host for the 2016 Environmental Sensitivity Symposium, and today I'm introducing you to Dr. Mary Redmayne. Hi Dr. Mary, how are you?
Hi, fine, thank you.
Thanks for coming along for the little chat we're going to have today. Now, your work is linked to environmental sensitivities. Can you tell us a little bit about this, please?
My particular area of interest is electromagnetic fields, particularly from gadgets such as mobile phones, base stations, Wi-Fi, and the devices we use every day. That's in the microwave or radio frequency range, and also from extremely low frequencies, although I do less. I haven't done my own research in that area.
Okay, and what sorts of things are you finding? Because you've been in this area for quite a while now, haven't you?
Yes, a few years now. My PhD research was related to adolescents' use of both mobile phones and cordless phones, and how it affected, whether there was any association with their self-reported well-being. So I looked at things like headaches, tinnitus, sleep, and so that's what I examined there. I've also done some work in Australia with a PhD student there on measuring exposures in around Melbourne in various different locations, and I've run a survey on where women carry their phones so that we'll have a better idea of what proximity they are to the body and for how much of the day, which will help to inform future studies, such as health studies, such as, say, breast cancer studies, which at this stage there's very little done on that with relation to mobile phones.
It's a fascinating and growing area, and I think we need a lot more research, don't we?
We do. It's hard to get the funding for it, but yes, we do.
Now, I think something that I find quite prestigious about your background and your work is that you're actually a peer reviewer. And I think often people hear about journals and people publishing in journals and that they're peer-reviewed journals, and people know that's a really good thing. But it's nice that you're actually one of the people who is a peer reviewer. You're one of the reviewers in the process. Could you tell us a little bit about that sort of work that you do?
Well, I think it's a really important part for any researcher to do, because it really calls on you to be thinking critically, which helps you to think more critically for your own work as well. So you're reading some new work. It may expand your awareness of what's going on in your own field. Hopefully that's what it does do, and also make you more aware, as I say, of what to look out for in your own work. So it's a very useful way to contribute and be part of the research community.
Oh, I think it's fabulous. I think it's exciting. I love all research and new information and thinking and putting ideas together differently and exploring all of that, which I guess as a researcher is part of what you get to do.
Well, I particularly like to take a broad look. I like to know how things are in context. So I'm not just interested in the self-reported effects or the amount of use. I'm also interested in, what is this signal doing compared to what that signal is doing, and what is the difference between how we measure whether America measures the exposure one way and Australia measures it another. I'm interested in the broader facts.
Fantastic. Now, this next question's a little bit of a personal question, and I always call it the curly question. So, What is the first thing that you ever wanted to be?
I remember distinctly that my mother used to take us to all sorts of interesting visits as a child, and visiting factories mostly, where there was a lot of repetitive work. And I decided quite early I didn't really mind what I did as long as it was something interesting. I wanted, you spend a lot of your life working, and it had to be interesting.
I think you've managed to achieve that then, haven't you? Every day would be different with what you do.
Certainly is interesting, yes.
Yeah, and challenging and mind expanding. It's a beautiful field.
Good.
Excellent. Okay, and the final question for our little interview now is, what is something that inspires you?
Oh, well, many things. My family inspires me. My family is really important to me, and their health and well-being matters to me. And so part of my inspiration in my current work is that the health of young people matters, and that, my family as well as other people's children. That's inspirational.
That's fantastic. Thank you so much. So everybody, that's a little bit of an introduction into Dr. Mary Redmayne and the work that she does. And if you'd like to hear more, you can come along to the 2016 Environmental Sensitivity Symposium to find out more. We'll see you there.